Hello guys, here with a new video for the channel. I hope you like it, and if you like it, don't forget to leave your powerful like Supreme God level, comment, and subscribe. Now without further ado, get comfortable. Let's begin. A new warrior would have appeared on the battlefield, stopping Son Goku's attack with extreme ease. Who are you, and what are you looking for in this place? My name is Raziel, and all I seek is the annihilation of all megaverses. This would return to see Frieza. I see that they have a great hidden power. They should not die here today. Raziel would make a technique which would make Frieza return to the floating castle. At the moment they arrived, Kronos would be surprised. What happened? How did they get back? Kronos, through his crystal ball, would observe everything that happened, noticing the warrior who was in front of the Golden Ozaru. It's impossible! They have sent Raziel! Flashback, Raziel was at the level of the Supreme Archangel. His power was so much that his archangels feared his power, until one day one of the archangels confronted him. Since he did not belong to that place, the battle that took place I carried out was terrifying for that multiverse. However, Raziel turned out to be a little stronger than that archangel, being able to defeat him. From that moment, all the other archangels feared his amazing power. Even the most powerful warrior knows the defeat at some point in his life. That's right, Raziel, overshadowed by the great power of the legendary Golden Ozaru, the Great Kakarot. Raziel would train non-stop until he found out that he would have been banished from his power, and millions of years later, he would be reborn without any of his memories or powers. Raziel, learning that the Golden Ozaru had already been reborn, allowed him to become much more powerful in order to have a worthy fight. End of flashback. Goku would get into a fighting pose. At that moment, Raziel would increase his fighting level a bit, causing a surprising gravity to drop throughout the place. The power of this guy is extreme! Even I find it hard to breathe. After a few moments, Raziel launched the attack. At the precise moment, Goku raised all his remaining power, since he knew that the beginning in front of him had to face him with all his power. Both warriors began with an incredible battle. Meanwhile, in the floating castle, Kronos was observing the great battle. Those two monsters, I don't know how the hell they have so much power. Meanwhile, in the underworld, Ryuk was a little surprised due to the powers that he perceived. We really should increase our powers much more. If not, we would be rivals for those guys. Returning to the battlefield, the clash of fists would continue, while they exchanged blows. You are disappointing me, Golden Ozaru. You really are not the one I faced millions of years ago. Did you and I already face each other? I don't remember you. At that moment, without warning, Raziel would launch a large ball of energy at him that would make Goku fall to the planet very badly injured. Raziel would rise into the air. Great Kakarot, Golden Ozaru, you have really disappointed me. I did not think that my rival would be so weak. Raziel would charge an even greater power. Nevertheless, by condensing much more power, the attack was slow, but Nin was the difficulty due to the gravity would heal Goku. I think I'll die if I don't use this technique, but I'll still die if that attack collides with us. Goku would then raise his power to the maximum, breaking all his limits. Kaioken! Enhance 100 times! The power that this would have released would be incredible, managing to return all that massive attack in a single blow. I knew you'd have much more power. That's Golden Ozaru. Show me what you're capable of. Goku, without warning, would begin to slaughter Raziel that would make him fall to the ground again and again. However, he would not have any scratches. Furious, Goku would concentrate all his power in his fist. Dragon God Destroyer! Explosive blow! An immense dragon would come out of his fist. Raziel would raise his power a little more and was able to stop that colossal attack with one hand. Everyone present was surprised. Impossible! I concentrate all my power in that attack. How did you stop it? You cannot have stopped it with one hand. Raziel would whisper something in the ear, and a strong blow to the back of his neck would knock him out. Raziel would rise to the sky. The Golden Ozaru made me use 45% of all my power. Just for that, I'll spare your lives this time. But don't get excited, because the next time we meet, we'll be enemies to the death. Raziel would disappear from that place. Meanwhile, in the floating castle, a very furious Kronos. What the hell is happening to Raziel? That damn had the power to exterminate him, and he didn't do it. The Golden Ozaru was the only one that made Raziel to feel defeat, and Son Goku is not at the level he was before. Most likely Raziel wants to defeat Son Goku when he has all his power, so he can defeat will be much more humiliating. Kronos would calm down a bit from the explanation that Yamoshi would have given him. Let's hope this doesn't get out of hand for Raziel. Returning to Nin's planet, Goku was very badly injured. Raziel would have left him in a terrible condition, that he was even on the verge of death. Nin would begin to heal him with his great power, but he would not wake up. What Raziel had not done was awaken a large part of his memories of the past, and that he would be able to overcome the Great Barrier of Power and gave him a great battle again, since it is the combat that he's waiting for. And the friends of Goku, they would be very worried. His ki is stable, and his wounds are healed. Why doesn't he wake up? No one present would be able to answer, and the only thing they could do was wait for the one hope to awaken. However, the Saiyans would be furious at not being able to help at all, and being prey to that incredible pressure would have crushed them as if the gravity was involved. They had it was insufficient to defeat the enemies that were about to face. On the other hand, in the mind of Son Goku, or to be more exact in his memories, he could observe the Golden Ozaru, who was the protector of all the multiverses and was loved by all these beings. However, from a different megaverse came 12 beings of great power called the Supreme Archangels. Everyone must kneel before us. We will be the new rulers of this multiverse. The Golden Ozaru, with the help of the Crimson Ozaru, were able to eliminate 6 of those archangels. However, the Crimson Ozaru, named Miroku, would also have fallen in battle. Since then, there are only 6 Supreme Archangels. Kakarot managed to escape, but in the beings that he trusted the most and the leaders of the great clans. They betrayed him by creating a powerful seal that would be able to suppress much of his power and would make him perish imminently. But before he died, he used his technique to be able to be reborn and keep his memories sealed. What Raziel would have done was for all those memories to be recovered little by little, including his great power that was feared by the Supreme Archangels. Meanwhile, Raziel was in a very distant place. Son Goku, your power is not even 1/10 of the power you had before, so make yourself much more powerful and give me the battle that I've really longed for millions of years. Only you can be my rival. Meanwhile, in the floating castle, Kronos was talking to Akira. Raziel, believing himself to be the most powerful, he thinks that he can do whatever he wants. Hopefully he'll be defeated for being so trusting. No. If the Golden Ozaru defeats Raziel, the next on his list will be us. The most advisable thing is that those two kill each other, or when one of them's well wounded, we'll give him the coup de grace. I want to be the one to give him the damned Raziel the coup de grace. He took everything from me and humiliated me so many times. Meanwhile, in the training field, Frieza and Cell would be furious since they are training. They could not be at the level of Son Goku, where they would train harder to be able to take revenge on that damn monkey. However, returning to Nin's planet, everyone would be resting unannounced. Damn, do you think they would get away with them after having killed my younger brother, the Crimson Ozaru? I'll kill them one by one, I swear! Goku, being unconscious, would say a few words that would especially astonish Kurobi, since he would have heard the existence of the Crimson Ozaru. What is happening to my Goku? No one would know what this would be happening to him. Meanwhile, very far from that place, on an inhospitable planet, was Raziel. Son Goku, make yourself much more powerful, since I need your power to be the end of the negative energy once and for all, and you are the only one who can help me. Meanwhile, in the floating castle, Kronos was a little thoughtful since it would have been a few days until Ryuk would arrive at the castle and bow.
Sir, in the underworld we have trained very hard in order to be of help in this great battle that's approaching.
Are you so sure you have increased your battle power to a comparable level to be of help against the Golden Ozoru?
Of course not, sir. I don't have the power, but he does.
From the shadows would come a warrior that would make even Kronos tremble in the palace where they were located due to the great key that he initiated.
Nice to meet you, Zeno-sama. My name is Dante, the servant of death. I'm under his orders.
I think that Dante and the other two warriors you have training will be more than enough to defeat the Golden Ozoru.
Keep in touch with Ryuk. Very soon I'll give the final attack.
Ryuk and Dante would make a reference leaving that place. Kronos would call Susanoo.
Go look at those two guys and tell me if their power has increased in a big way or not.
Susanoo would go to the training field where Cell and Frieza would be in a fight. But before taking a powerful blow, Susanoo would appear in the middle of the two, stopping their blows with extreme ease.
I need you to raise all your power to the maximum and be able to dominate it.
Both villains raised him. Cell would go to Super Saiyan Blue maximum power, while Frieza would go to Diamond Frieza maximum power, where his power would have risen to an incredible way. However, they would not be rivals for the Golden Ozoru. Susanoo would create a room so that his training would be much more effective.
In this room, time passes differently. While here only one day passes outside, 10 years will pass inside. Train as much as you can, because soon you will face the Golden Ozoru again.
Strongest training would have until then. Susanoo would return to Kronos.
They did increase their fighting level, but it's still low. I make them train in another dimension and raise their powers much faster.
Will gives them 3 days to train so that they can become more powerful at the end of those 3 days. They'll go to face the Golden Ozoru to help with Dante. I want to put an end to this once and for all. What will happen next? Find out in the next chapter. Well guys, this is all for today's chapter. I hope you liked it and it was to your liking. Now don't forget to leave your powerful like Supreme God level, comment and subscribe. Now without further ado, see you in a new video. Until next time.